Hey, DMB, DC, Maryland, Virginia. Welcome once again to another episode of CEO Talks. This is the podcast created by Rick Hughes of Peace Entertainment Media here in Prism County, Northern Virginia. My name's Alicio Castaneda. I'm branch manager with Burke and Herbert Bank here in Manassas, Virginia, and I am the community's favorite banker. You guys know this already. Today, I have the honor of being with the CEO, the owner of Eco Cleaning Solutions of Virginia, Mr. Trey Robinson.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, Trey, for coming out on this episode of CEO Talks.
Yes, sir.
Right now, it's winter time, 2020 and 25, so we're trying to stay as warm as possible here nowadays.
Well,
so,
some of us,
right? Yeah. Some of us are naturally just fight off all the cold. Well, Trey, I want to go ahead and get into the roots of it. You, as the CEO owner of Eco Clean Solutions Virginia, let me know, how long has that business been around now?
27 years, and I've been in the industry for 31 years, maybe 32 years.
32 years in total. Has it always been here in Virginia? Has it shifted around?
No, always in Virginia. So always in Manassas.
Always in Manassas. Nice.
So yeah, so now it's in Linden, and yeah, so we still service the areas that we've been servicing all the years.
Okay, nice. So tell me, close to 32 years total experience, 27 years, and you going solo doing the entrepreneur route. Mm-hmm. When you started yourself 32 years ago, how did the industry look like in the cleaning, eco cleaning world back then?
Yeah, so it's changed a lot. When I first started, for instance, mold, they used to clean mold with bleach, right? And that's not the way to go. So now and you have to be certified. We hold all these certifications and things like that. But yeah, I don't want to keep putting my hand up. It's a habit, but no, it's just crazy. So, but now they notice that, for example, when you put mold on the drywall, the drywall absorbs the bleach. I said that wrong. The bleach, and then the chloride evaporates and leaves water behind it, and then it grows 10 times worse. So it's just stuff like that has changed, and
so there you go. Yeah. Do not use bleach to try to take out some mold. You got to give Trey a call here to make sure he takes care of you.
Yeah.
So what made you get into the industry 32 years ago?
Yeah. So I'm an old man now. So back in the day, when you look, so I used to work for a plumbing company, and so I graduated from high school, and then worked for a plumbing company. He's a guy that went to our church, and he's like, "Hey, you need a job?" And I was like, "Sure." So started like that, and then so I remember I was making $222 a week, and back in the day, it was okay money. Like we couldn't really survive. It was just okay. Mm-hmm. So I told my wife, I said, "Hey, I'm gonna look for another job." So anyway, I went through the newspaper. Shocking, right? We
for those who don't know, newspapers actually are print media, right? Not this digital media. It's print. Okay.
Yeah. So it said make $1,000 a week cleaning carpet, and I had no idea you even clean carpet.
Oh my goodness! So you were 4 times what you were making as a plumber. Yeah.
So I applied for the job, and I remember I sat at it was the boss, and it was a desk, and I sat, for an interview. Yeah. And he was asking these questions, and I was answering the questions, but I was just making up stuff because I didn't even know you clean carpet. And then, so anyway, went home, told my wife, I said, "Yeah, I'm not gonna get that job." And so they called me back, and he was like, "Yeah, I know that you don't know how to clean carpet." And
he knew right off the bat, but your determination.
Yeah, that's exactly what he said. And he goes, "You're a go-getter." He says, "So we can use somebody like you." So anyway, of course I didn't make $1,000 a week. So, but he I was the father of the company. He hired me, and taught me and everything like that. And I really liked doing carpet cleaning, but it was more than carpet cleaning. It was like carpet cleaning, water. It was a big franchise company. Okay. And yeah, man. So years went by, and I was there for probably like 6 years, something like that. Okay. And I moved up to the top, and so what happened? He got sick, and the son took it over, and then the son was really good, but then the son got married, and then the wife was at that time I was making about $70,000 a year at that time, and which that was really good money for back in the day. Yeah. And so we were commissioned, and she was like, hey, she goes, we shouldn't be paying y'all for this, that, and that, and whatever.
Oh my.
So they started cutting our pay.
Okay.
Right. So it's okay. I was still making good money, and I was good at what I did too. So I was always taught that, if you're gonna do something, do it right. And then so all the insurance adjuster, the insurance adjusters, they wanted like if a fire job, hey, I want Trey on that job because we take care of the job right. There's no hiccups and stuff like that.
Okay.
So I just remember that. So so anyway, I was getting 30% of the job, which everybody else was getting anywhere from 20 to 25. They pay me more because of who I am, I guess.
Yeah, and you were doing the job
and
correctly the first time.
I can handle stuff right. Yeah. Adjusters, they come and talk straight to me, and they don't have to, So anyway, and then so she would come and say, hey, there's a, you might be too young. I'm not for sure if you are or not, but it was a show called MTV Cribs.
I remember MTV
Cribs.
Yes,
okay.
Yes, sir.
She said, yeah, I'm trying to get a house like on MTV Cribs, just talking all that stuff. And then she would talk about, she drove an Infinity, and all our cars are junk, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And but she's like, this thing is a piece of junk. I need this, all this stuff.
Yeah.
So as our pay is getting cut, they're getting these big houses, and like $1 million house back in that day, there's a big house. This today is this apartment. But yeah, so they started cutting everybody's pay, and then people were quitting. And then what happened, they had fired this one guy, because it's 3 of us. I was making the top, as somebody under me, and there's another dude.
So at that point, you were like the territory manager, sales manager, or?
No, just because I was making more than the managers and stuff like that. Yeah. It's hard. So I couldn't move up. So I'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah.
So, no, I guess I have to get that, because the dad got sick, and he said, Trey, he goes, you can't be an estimator because you're gonna get a pay decrease because I make more than the estimators. You can't be a manager, He said, he goes, the only thing you can do is start a company, and then
so that's when the idea was kind of started planted.
Yeah,
all right.
And then and I don't know. Like I said, I went from high school. I don't know anything about running a business. Nothing. I just know how to work. So
and do good work at that. Yes, sir.
So what happened? The first guy, they fired him and said he was stealing stuff. And okay, that might be kind of iffy. Maybe he was. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. So probably about 2 months later, they fired another guy, and me and him were really, really good friends.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, they said he was stealing stuff
as well.
And then I was like, there's no way that he was stealing. No way, because he was a Christian guy. I mean, he just talked about church all the time, and he's just walking a straight path. There is no way. And I'm over his house all the time.
Yeah.
And so he was mad. I mean, he was mad. And I told him to calm down.
Lie.
Yeah.
Of course.
He said, you're next. He goes, you're not seeing what's going on? I'm like, what do you mean? So the first guy that got fired, they brought in 2 people. So we remember we were at a higher salary. So they brought
3 of you guys.
Yeah. So they brought in 2 people. He said, when I get fired, they're going to bring in 2 people, probably cover, well, I was like, man, you're just, So, of course, about a month later, they hired 2 people. I'm like, man.
After your close friend got fired.
He's like, he goes, you're next. I said, there's no way. Because I'm the big shot around here. There's no way.
Yeah, you have the reputation, the quality, everything right there.
And then, so what happened, I guess maybe about 3 or 4 months later, I got a call in his office, and he goes, yeah, Trey, he goes, I got a fax saying that you're stealing from the company.
Oh my goodness.
And then I'm like, what? And that like blindsided me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? And then I said, stealing? I thought he was talking about a fax, like a fax machine, like a piece of paper. I said, show me the fax. And then but he's talking about fax,
Oh
yeah, like FACT.
Yeah.
So anyway, and I had bought a new car payment. I mean, I had bought a new car at the time, and
for like family. Yeah,
man, the car. So that was like a $50,000 car versus today it had probably been a $90,000 car. So they were iffy about that. But what happened? I'd started my company, but as a janitor, we were cleaning buildings at night. That's how we started.
Gotcha. So and daytime was still the carpet cleaning. And nighttime,
janitorial. It was just me, and then my wife would help sometimes. But we had kids, of course. I think at that time I probably had 3 kids or 4 kids or something like that at that time. But then, I had my brother was helping and things like that. So that's how I got that money.
Okay.
And then so they were questioning that, how can you afford that car? But that was like before I didn't pay attention to that.
Yeah.
So anyway, he called me into the office, and then there was another guy he called too. And we're still friends today. He started his own company too, and actually, I help him. I give him work all the
Nice.
time. But anyway, he said, turn in your keys, your phones, and all that stuff. And I kind of like just threw up on the desk, and I said, you're making this up. I said, yeah, I said, if you want to fire me, just let me know you want to fire me.
Don't be a coward, make that
Yeah,
lie.
just make
That's
up a
right.
lie.
Yeah.
And so, I was mad. And I said, I don't even know I said this. I said, man, this car is just paying for my car payment. Cause I just know that for some reason, I don't deserve that car. I don't know. This is weird.
Yeah.
So I said, man, I don't need this job. I said, this is just paying for my car payment. And then the dude beside me, he started crying. I was like, what are you crying for? I said, this job is not even worth.
It's like, I'm the one who got fired.
Yeah. So anyway, went home. I didn't know what I was gonna do, and told my wife. I think we had 4 kids. I want to say, and I told my wife. I said, yeah, they fired me, and she was like, yeah, what are we gonna do now? I was like, I don't know. And then so he called me up a week later, and he said, do you want? Oh no, he called me up the next day and said, yeah, we don't want you back because your attitude. And I said, I'm not gonna beg for somebody to keep
No,
me,
ain't no way. That's right.
And then so he goes, do you want to come and get the check, or do you want me to mail it to you? And we needed that money so bad. And I said, my wife's name is Jackie. I said, Jackie, do you want me to even get the check? Playing off like he didn't hurt me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we struggling. I said, we'll come and get it. And then so we went over and got it, whatever. So anyway, so it got around that, hey, Trey is not longer working for that company. So people started calling me.
Because of the relationship you had built throughout those 6 years
and then,
at that company.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then so other franchises, they were calling me, and I was like, no. So anyway,
to recruit you.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So there's one, so I work with one company, and this made me start my company now full time. So we had to, this is structured, they were structured different. We had to lie to the customers. And like I think I said it before, I'm a Christian, and that comes first, in my life or whatever.
Amen.
And I have to so I was lying to these people. I was man, it was bugging me. So they would give, so if you have pet urine on the carpet, you have to take a powder and you mix it with water, and then they only gave us like 7 or 8 packets, right? But we're selling 12, 13, 15 packets. So they know we're lying, right?
Guys.
So, and I just started, man, it was just bugging me. And I work for this
the person you are.
Yeah, it's just, I work for this. And then if you didn't upsell, and I told them, it's called up lying. And
right.
if you don't upsell, then your paychecks aren't that big, because so what you sell, so they pay you a flat fee of the commission, and then what you what am I trying to say? What you upsell, you get a big portion of what you upsell. I guess what I'm trying to say.
I
Big
got
commission.
you. But the upline, that wasn't you naturally.
Yeah,
So it's like, I'm getting the base check, but then the upline, it's not worth that money. Yeah.
And then so on a water damage, so I was just mad. And there was this one dude, he was the top seller, and then they would feed him all the work. He would do a crappy job, and then they would give us they call them reservices, and then we wouldn't get paid that. They're like, oh, it evens out. But man, I was like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
So anyway, I think I was with them for a year. If it wasn't a year, it was like 6 months. So all right, so
but you yourself are like the upline, the line, and then you coming back and fix the top sales guy's job.
Yeah,
Like,
without getting paid. It's crazy. And it was a big company. They're a business now.
The still in business.
No, they out.
Oh, wow. All right.
And
hey, there you go. Upline is not good.
It's not. And we would always say that. Anyway, so it was December. Actually, this is December. So
December 2025.
Yeah, right. So there's an elderly lady, and this is how I started my company. There's an elderly lady, and she had the dog get peed everywhere, and they'll give these coupons out, and she got the coupon. I remember like it was yesterday. It's $209.95 to clean 9 areas in the house.
Okay.
And who's going? You can't clean the 9 rooms for no $200. I don't know why people, we don't do coupons, man.
Yeah.
It's a bait and switch thing.
Yeah.
But so anyway, I got the job up. It was like $2,000 some dollars, and so she goes, I gotta do it because I don't want my grandkids on the carpet, you know, with
Yeah,
dog
with
urine
the
on it.
dog urine on there. Yeah.
So anyway, we cleaned it, and she was at the end. I was collecting the check, and then she was writing the check. She goes, so much. She was like, you can just. She wasn't acting. She goes, so much for Christmas for my grandkids, and it's like somebody took a knife and just went like that to me.
Yeah. Oh my.
And
goodness.
so I took the check, I ripped it up, gave it back to her, and I said, you better spoil your grandkids this year. I went back to the office, quit, and then started my company, and like carpet clean, all this stuff, because we were just doing janitorial stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also
You
nervous.
and your brother.
No, well, my wife, my brother's he was just helping us. Like, we wouldn't even.
Okay.
Yeah, we was like, I didn't even know like payroll. I didn't know nothing about that.
When you had that janitorial, it was
We just giving him some cash, man.
Gotcha.
And I didn't know anything about that. But so we started, and then man, I was so nervous because I didn't know business, I didn't know anything, and my wife said it's going to be okay. And then so we was at my wife's doctor's office. I can draw real good, right? So I drew up a flyer, and she had copied it at the library because we couldn't afford the printer. And so I was just sitting at the kid's doctor's office looking around. So these carpets are dirty. So I talked to the manager, and I didn't even have a carpet cleaning machine, right? So I talked to the manager, and then I said, yeah, we can get these carpets looking really, really good.
Yeah.
So the main doctor he hired our company. I was so excited, man. First job. I mean, I was so psyched.
Oh my god! So that was the first job as your new company.
Yeah.
Nice.
And my wife was like, well, how are you gonna clean the carpet? I said, hey, I'm gonna rent a machine. So I rented a rug doctor and had a wand on, a carpet cleaning wand. And the doctor, so anyway, I cleaned all the rooms, and the doctor was like, I thought we were getting a deep scrub, like with a big machine. And then I said, yeah. And I mean, I'll never forget this, man. So I pushed a button on the wand, and there's a brush on it supposed to go like this. I said, this is your deep scrub right here. The brush broke off in front of him.
Oh no, for your first client.
I was so embarrassed.
Yeah.
And but he gave us a check. At the end, he goes, I don't know how y'all did it. He goes, but y'all did a better job than the other cleaners we use.
That they use on a regular basis.
And then he's like, and then y'all using a rent-up machine from the grocery store. And I remember, we had a nice vehicle. Then we had an old Ford Taurus, and I pulled up with the Ford Taurus with the stuff in the back. The trunk wouldn't even shut. And then, but yeah, so that was my first job. And then I learned, man, you got to buy. That just taught me you got to buy good stuff. So
the quality stuff lasts longer versus cheap, so you don't keep repeating purchase.
And then so what happened? I took some money. I can't remember where I got the money from. I think maybe it was emergency money we had saved up or something. I can't remember. But I took that money, invested in my very first machine and everything like that, and went from there. And then marketing, we was just doing flyers, and we got a lot of calls from that. So anyway, that's my story on that part of it.
Your experience, how it started in '99, the business itself, your wife, Jackie, and yourself.
Yeah.
So that was your first client, the doctor's office.
Yeah.
That was your first one. So that was commercial. So now in 2025, Trey, do you guys do only commercial, residential?
No, we do residential. I can remember he's my customer. Even matter of fact, we just cleaned his house. Man, I think it was either last week or week before. I can't remember. But our very first customer, residential customer, he was a Jehovah's Witness, and he was walking in the neighborhoods, and I don't even know why I was even in that neighborhood. I can't remember why I was even there. And he came up to me. He's like, hey, can I give you something? And I already knew he was a Jehovah's Witness. I was like, no. I said, let me give you something. I gave him a business card.
Nice.
And then he's like, yeah. He goes, I need my carpets cleaned. And then he goes, when can you do it? I said, I can do it as soon as tomorrow.
Yeah.
And so that's how I met him. And he's been our customer for years. He uses our company, man, probably like once every 4 months, I'm guessing. Because he has like gatherings at his house and things like that. And yeah, man, like, yeah. So that's I can remember our first.
See, that's amazing.
Yeah.
You've been in business close to 27 years now. But you still remember your first commercial, the
And-
doctor's office, and you still remember your first residential.
Yeah.
That just speaks volumes of Trey's business.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So what have you seen shifting, you and your wife Jackie, from when you started in 99 to now 25? How has the industry shifted? How have you guys been adapting and moving forward?
Well, shifting was, there's a lot of, everybody and their moms are, they think they're cleaners. So, it's crazy, especially at 2020. But they're screwing up everything. So it gives us a bad name, but not doing this to myself. We already have a really good name in the industry, right?
Yeah.
So the newer customers, they ask us I guess I shouldn't say crazy. They're just, do you have your own chemicals, or do we have to bring our chemicals, or do you, like, stuff like that? Because the regular mom and pop person, I
Tell
guess,
them you can supply the chemicals and we only clean.
yeah. So I think that's unprofessional, but we get that a lot. And then
it makes sense. You clean company, you're doing everything.
yeah, you're paying us to do, and then so I've seen that, and that makes us look bad. But then when we get into the house, the customer they adjust and like, hey, you know what you're doing, because the carpet can be really bad, but when we leave, I can count. We had ever since we've been in business 5 bad reviews, and 3 was our fault. Really wasn't our fault, but you got to take the blame for it.
Yeah, of course.
And then 2 was there's a company called Eco Cleaning Services, and 2 was on them because they got the customers mixed up, and they
client themselves no, it's Eco Cleaning Solutions,
but they won't take it off the you know what I'm saying. So
the review board.
So anyway, somebody told me, which is true, and I don't stress. At least they know all the other reviews are good reviews.
Exactly.
Or not good reviews. Real reviews.
Yeah. Legit ones. That's right.
But yeah, the changing of the industry. Of course, price changes and people want to negotiate. I see that a lot.
Of course, that makes sense. Everything's getting more expensive.
Yeah, we never negotiate. This, like, the other day, a lady called, and her carpet cleaner left her hanging, and then she's having a party. Matter of fact, today's Saturday. So this was Wednesday. Okay. So she says she's having a party today, but she goes, we have to cancel because the carpet's so bad. She doesn't want people in the house. And then she goes, how much do you charge for one room? I said, it's $150. And then she goes, that's way too much. And I'm like, well, ma'am, she says, that's way too much. The other guy's charging $80. And I'm like, $80? And I said, is he like a one-man show or something? Or, is it a legit company? And she goes, well, I don't know about that. And then she goes, he just left me hanging. And I was like, well, $80, maybe that's why.
That's why he left you hanging.
Yeah. And then I said, you want us to have insurance and stuff like that? I said, I have to pay taxes. This is Warren County, man. I said, their taxes are high. All this stuff, man. Yeah. And so long story short, send somebody out there, they clean it, and they always send us, we have a platform, they send us pictures of the job before and after, so we'll know. And and she's like, yeah, he did a really, really good job. Matter of fact, it's better than the person before. Yeah. And I said, because it's $150. I said, you have a truck mounted unit. I said, does the guy have something that's connected to the van? She goes, well, no, he brings something in the house. I said, yeah, it's a portable machine. I said, that's why our prices are high, and but it's worth it. And she goes, I'm gonna be using y'all every time now. So that changes too. But it's now, if I would have lowered my price to $80, and that's crazy, because the company wouldn't make money, that the technician would, but we'll be in the hole for one. Yeah. And then 2, we know what we can do, so that's lowering our standards. Yeah. Does that make sense? 100%
makes sense. Yeah. So you know your reputation, you know your standards, your quality. There's no reason to undercut yourself.
Yeah. And then because
the competition is going to undercut themselves to try to win it from you, but you know who you are.
There's one guy. We're good friends. We go fishing and hunting and stuff together. So I'm not gonna say his name, but he owns a company too, and they started years. Like, I was probably wasn't even born. It started, but he has a lot of people, and he's probably, if he sees this, he's probably gonna know I'm talking about. But so I guess about last year or something, he was in the bond, sent us to his customer, and because in the carpet cleaning industry, especially on the forums and things, they think we're fighting each other for work. We're not. We all we hang out with each other. They come to our house, we go to their house, and we refer. If I can't do a job, if we're busy, we refer to that person. That person, they think we're fighting over
like
jobs.
you hate each other.
It's
Yeah,
not.
fighting over
It
each
is
other.
not even
No.
like that. But anyway, did the job. She's walked around. She goes, I know this spot won't come out. This spot won't come out. This spot won't come out. And I did that job myself. It was me and my daughter,
Mhm.
and I was like, I think we can get that out. They're like, no, this spot's been here for years and blah blah blah. Did the whole job. She goes, wow. She goes, I'm so amazed you got all the spots out. And then she goes, but she goes, I'm dedicated to the other person. She goes, but I won't use you again. They just couldn't come out. I said, no, that's fine.
Yeah, I took
But
your spots, but
yeah, man, I just thought that was crazy.
Okay.
But let's see what else changed. This stuff changes, like there's laws, like there's some laws in Virginia change for mold and things like that. But you just go with the flow. I'm sorry I'm talking so much.
No, it's fine. So Trey, you're talking about mold, carpet cleaning. What are the specific services your business offers, both commercial and residential?
Yeah, we just when I first started, we offered a whole bunch of stuff, duct cleaning, like a whole bunch. I mean, we had a whole bunch of stuff, and it's just like a restaurant. I'm just making this up out of my head. I'm thinking I don't even know if it's true, but like a restaurant that has like the menu has 100 items. So I think I'm just, so
no, I get. I'm picking up
so
what you're putting down.
yeah. Is this meat going to be bad because somebody might order it, but you're really serving chicken and steak?
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say?
No, I got you.
So that probably didn't make sense, but
No, 100% makes sense.
Okay.
Why offer so much if
Yeah.
your specialty can be narrowed
yeah,
down?
that's, man, see,
Hey, I'm picking up what
Hey.
you're putting down. Yes, sir.
so our bread and butter is carpet cleaning, which that's what we started off with, and we make good money carpet cleaning, and then water damage restoration work, mold remediation, and we do trauma cleanup, and that's and upholstery cleaning, and that's our main
yeah.
focus.
Main
And
focus.
yeah, we should do like tile and grout and wood floor cleaning and stuff like that, and
No,
we
you
don't.
became masters of your crafts, and those are the 4 or 5
Yeah.
main ones you offer.
Yeah, because we might do say like 20 or 30 wood floor cleanings a month. So that's not why I offer that when we do water damages every day, and that's big money. And we do a lot of mold. I'm a mold inspector, and then
As well?
so I go out inspect and write up the protocols, and we take care of it. Or they pay me for it. They can hire another company to do the protocols, but after
Nice.
it's just like they trust us. And,
Yeah. After 27 years of business, they know who Trey is.
yeah.
Your
We don't do our
WhatsApp
own
is.
air. That's another thing too. So that's important too. If you're doing mold remediation, you have to get somebody else to do your clearance test, because there's some companies they'll do their own clearance test. How they might be cheating or something.
Yeah,
like
they just
that,
pass it to pass
So
it.
yeah, so that's another thing too. But
All right, we'll try with that. And the last few questions I want to say is, what is your service areas, and how can people find you and get in touch with you?
yeah, service areas are like all the way out west to Woodstock to Winchester. We come all the way down east to like Arlington to Alexandria, Woodbridge. It's like a big circle.
Okay.
And our website is www.ecocleaningsolutions. I'll take that back. I'm so sorry. It's www.ecocleanva.com. I'm gonna give you my my email. And then what's the other question? I'm sorry.
And then a phone number, or is it just
sorry.
their website? Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's you can reach us at 571-426-8643.
Okay. All right. Well, now I want to go and shift a little bit. Now that we know your story, what your specific services are, how they can contact you. Now we're going to do more of a general questions. For you yourself, Trey, do you believe video platform putting on your social media, is that beneficial, and do you use it yourself?
I do. So I mean, after seeing what Rick does, I mean, that's crazy. Like, his work is insane.
Yeah.
But
Outstanding quality. Yes,
it's crazy. It's anyway, you're talking about me, but yeah, it's like, I was shocked when I saw it. It's like so clean and clear. But anyway,
he makes me look good, and this,
Yeah, right.
I know for a fact this episode is gonna make us look good.
yeah.
Yes,
Hey,
sir.
there you go,
100%.
man. So I do Facebook a lot. Just I just do these crazy videos, right? So so people will know, like, So everybody else's videos are like normal. Hey, let's do carpet cleaning and talk about we're the best. So I don't do that. I just do crazy stuff so they'll remember you for one,
I love
and
it.
then two, they see the work that you do. It's good, but it's I want to make it fun. You know, there's one Halloween episode. I call it an episode, but it was I got a Frankenstein outfit, and so I did what he does. I did a split thing. So I had a Frankenstein outfit. My little daughter, she was 8 years old at the time. She had Dracula. She had blood on her
nice.
face. She dressed up as Dracula, and then so I knocked on the door at my house, and then the camera showed me opening up the door. And then the camera, so I cut that, and then another shot, and then we're looking down at Dracula. I'm like, I'm here to clean you. I looked down at my daughter. I said, carpet. And then, so Frankenstein comes, and, no, I'm sorry. My daughter said, I spilled blood on my carpet. And then, so Frankenstein comes, and it was me actually, but I was like upstairs. And then we took a customer that there's blood on the carpet. So we got the blood out. And then, so I was like, okay, like I was scared, and I said, y'all have a good day or something. And I ran. Then my little grandson, he was dressed up in a Ghostbusters outfit, and then he runs and jumps in the door and says, "Who you gonna call?" And then it said Eco Cleaning Solutions.
Oh my God, whole production. I love that.
So
Nice.
everybody loved that, and we got a bunch of calls off of, that video, and so I do crazy videos like that just so people. I think everybody's tired of seeing the same old.
Yeah, it's just a pitch. It's just a pitch.
Yeah,
Like, that's all it is, and you're making it unique, memorable, kind of like a skit. I love like engagement.
Yeah, it's like the networking meetings. Everybody's they're not everybody, but a lot of people are like they're professional and stuff like that, and so I'll be like, hey, my name is Trey, and I'm an alcoholic. I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm like, that's the wrong meeting. And then everybody loosens up. But what's the key? They're going to remember me because I said that. And they're going to remember it. So that's why.
Oh,
but yeah, to answer your question, it's important. And I think, I think the Facebook
being
and I don't understand it too well, but we make a lot of money off of Facebook. I'm talking about a lot. And then these platforms, we have customers that I'm honored. Like, customers, they say use this company, because if somebody's looking for a service, our name is it's always on there, and that's like
nice.
I don't know, man. It's like it makes me proud, man, and like customers, all the customers,
the recognition, you absolutely deserve it. Yes,
so,
sir.
Yeah, you always got to treat a person right in business.
And be genuine, keep your word, and do a quality work.
Yeah. So people are listening. Here's something like if you're in a restaurant. Now I was taught this by the dad. He passed away, but this is the one that said I need to start a company. If you're in a restaurant, you're gonna if the service is good, you're gonna tell one or two people. But if the service is bad, you're gonna tell everybody don't eat at that restaurant.
That's right.
So that's what I live by. So
all right.
Yeah.
All right, well, Trey, it was an absolute pleasure. Yeah. Thank you for coming out for CEO Talks today, sir.
Thanks for having me.
You guys know where to find Trey. Yes, sir. Thank you guys.